A warm welcome to your Barbados Today Evening News Update for Friday, October 1. The Labour Department has ordered the management of Hill Milling and Lionel Seahill Supermarket to immediately withdraw a letter ordering its workers to be vaccinated by September 30. On Thursday, the company had issued a memorandum to all staff reminding them of yesterday's deadline to be vaccinated in order to retain their jobs. Chief Executive Officer Richard Ashby told Barbados Today that of 98 employees, only 2 had failed to comply. The memo warned that no employee would be allowed to enter Hill Milling Company Unlimited or the Lionel C. Hill Supermarket to work without a vaccination certificate. But in a letter to the company, Chief Labour Officer Claudette Hope Greenwich pointed out it is not mandatory for an employee to take a COVID-19 vaccine. She insisted that a worker is not to be treated unfairly or discriminated against by the employer if he or she chooses not to take the vaccine. Labour Minister Colin Jordan issued a reminder to the country's employers to desist from extreme tactics that appear to be bullying workers to take the COVID-19 vaccine. In a strong statement, he reminded that workers are protected by the Employment Prevention of Discrimination Act. He pointed out that discrimination includes the imposition of penalties and the reduction of benefits and any other treatment that disadvantages a worker. The minister, who declared that Barbados is not the Wild West, reminded that government is currently working at the level of the social partnership with employers and unions in the fight against the pandemic. He stressed this must be done in an orderly way that respects all people. Constituents in the City of Bridgetown today sang the praises of their outgoing MP, Lieutenant Colonel Jeffrey Bostic. Last evening, Minister Bostic, who has represented the seat since 2013, announced that he would not be contesting the next general election due in 2023. When Barbados Today visited the constituency today, residents told us they're sad to see him go, but they're content he's well deserving of rest for a job well done.
I am so thankful, nevertheless, for him to actually represent the city. He did a fantastic job, I must say. And if he decide right now that he no longer want to run for the city and he want to spend some time with his family, I'm so blessed to have him, and I'm so thankful again for him to represent our city and also our country. And I must say, Boston, love you.
Okay, how would you describe the impact that he would have had on the constituency over the time that he spent here?
Well, the time that I have actually interacted with him, I mean, he dealt with the children, he dealt with the older folks, and I must say, I don't know what else to say. It's too much to speak about right now. He had done a fantastic job. So I must say, Mr. Bostic, we could give that other stripe.
Boss, Colonel Bostic, was a fair, but yet compassionate and firm man. He loved his constituents, and because of the stress that he's currently under, is evident by his decision that he would have to pass the baton on to someone else. He was a man who helped a lot of people, right? But never seek recognition, right? Or praises for that. He will be missed dearly.
When I first heard it, it hit me with an impact, like I got sad. But on the other hand of it is that he didn't only serve our constituency and our city, he served our country. And all the years that he served the country and also the constituency, he need a rest.
For me, it'd be a great loss, but he done his work and he have done very well. So it won't be surprising to me that he will be retiring.
Talk to me about his impact on the people of the city.
For my part, I think he have done well. He have, give people work. And people will tell you, oh, we don't see him, but he's so busy with this COVID right now, and being the Minister of Health is a real difficult task, and it won't be easy on him, and he really needs some rest. I know that.
Business is slowly returning to normal at the Oystins Bay Gardens, which reopened about 2 weeks ago after being closed due to a COVID-19 scare. Chairman of the Oystins Bay Garden Inc., Kemar Harris, told Barbados Today vendors are happy to be back on the job and they're hoping for sales to pick up.
We would say that it pick up a little, not majority, not by a major increase, and we put some tighter infrastructures and things in place, and basically we're just trying to hold our own and give thanks.
He assured that strict measures are in place to protect workers and patrons at the popular Christchurch location.
Well, we would have put up some more signage. It is a must. It was enforced, but we tightened the enforcement. You will not be served at no stall in Bay Garden unless you have on a mask. On coming to the stall, you will be sanitized and so forth.
In today's COVID-19 update, there were 228 new infections recorded today and 1,080 persons in isolation. The new patients include 103 males and 125 females. 60 of these are under the age of 18 and 168 are 18 years and older. 4 people who all had comorbidities passed on Thursday. 3 of them, a 47-year-old male, a 79-year-old female, and an 81-year-old female were unvaccinated. A 67-year-old female was fully vaccinated. Their deaths bring the number of persons who have died from the virus to 78. Since March 2020, Barbados has 8,609 confirmed coronavirus cases. Under the National Vaccination Program, 39.1% of the population have been fully vaccinated.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Barbados Today, news you can trust.
To regional news, the Jamaican government hints that tougher vaccination rules may be applied when current COVID-19 restrictions end. More in this report from Television Jamaica.
Prime Minister Andrew Holness gave the clearest indication yet that tougher measures are coming for the unvaccinated.
In the near future, we will have to do away with those measures. At that time, the decision about vaccination will not just be my imploring and begging and pleading and moving around. You as the citizen will be confronted with this.
Several small businesses were placed on life support due to lockdowns and curfew measures. Now Mr. Holness is indicating that at some point, those measures will become redundant.
As soon as we are at a particular level, I won't say what that is, at a particular level of vaccination, then we will seek to remove these measures, and then it is now a matter of the personal responsibility of the citizen.
So far, over 730,000 Jamaicans island-wide have received at least one dose of a COVID-19 vaccine. But on Monday night, thousands of doses of the AstraZeneca vaccine expired and will be discharged.
On the international front, an experimental environmental pill developed by Merck and Company could halve the chances of dying or being hospitalized for those most at risk of contracting severe COVID-19. We get the details from Reuters Television.
It's being considered as a potential breakthrough in medical circles. Merck on Friday said its experimental antiviral COVID-19 medication reduces the chance of hospitalization or death for patients at risk of severe disease by around 50%. If authorized, Merck's drug, known as molnupiravir, would be the first oral antiviral medication on the market. Pfizer and Roche are both working on antiviral pills as well. So far, only antibody cocktails that are administered intravenously are approved for treating COVID-19. The global Merck trial involved 775 patients. Interim results showed 29 days after taking the pill every 12 hours for 5 days, Patients given the pill were 50% less likely to die or be hospitalized compared to those given the placebo. In another piece of upbeat news, Merck says viral sequencing done so far showed the pill is effective against all variants of the coronavirus, including the highly transmissible Delta variant. Merck and partner Ridgeback Biotherapeutics plan to seek U.S. emergency use authorization for the pill as soon as possible and will submit applications to regulators worldwide.
That's news, but for the very latest, visit our website at www.barbadostoday.bb. You can also subscribe to our e-paper, email updates, or like us on Facebook, and sign up for our breaking news alerts via WhatsApp. We're also on Izumi Media and bus terminals, as well as screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you. You can also hear us on Mix 96.9 FM and Capital Media HD 99.3 FM.